Good evening. It's been the talk of the town all summer, and today City Hall held a public hearing surrounding adult entertainment in the border city. Elise Cox has the latest from council chambers.
In today's council meeting, the controversial topic of nude entertainment in Lloydminster was once again brought up, but this time they held a public hearing. 2 people stepped forward in favor of the bylaw, 2 people spoke against it, and 3 spoke as affected community members. Now, one of the voices against the bylaw was Tim Acey, representing the Ministerial Association. He presented a 9-page legal document that states council does have the authority to prohibit nude entertainment in Lloydminster. After retreating to an in-camera session to discuss this legal document, council read the 2nd and 3rd readings of the bylaw, and with a unanimous decision, they passed bylaw number 49-2012. Now we'll have the full story on this council update tomorrow on Newcap News. Reporting outside council chambers, I'm Elise Cox.
Meantime, the 26-year-old woman charged in connection with an infant found dead in the Lloydminster landfill made another court appearance today. Danielle Jackson has been charged with concealing the body of a child. Her plea hearing has been moved until September the 10th. 2 people are dead and 3 others injured following a single vehicle rollover on the Poundmaker First Nation. It happened around 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. A 37-year-old male and a 40-year-old woman were pronounced dead on scene, while 2 others were taken to hospital with serious injuries. The 5th occupant only suffered minor injuries. No names are being released, and the RCMP is still investigating. And emergency service has resumed in Turtleford after residents went without the local ER for almost a year.
The loss of all but 1 doctor last December forced the ER, which serves various other communities like St. Walburg, Edam, and Thunderchild First Nation, to close.
With only that level of resource, we were no longer able to maintain 24/7 ER coverage. So the ER actually closed in Turtleford on December the 5th of 2011 and has been down up until this past weekend.
Recruitment hasn't been easy, but a new process in Saskatchewan for assessing international doctors and their readiness made the reopening possible. 2 new physicians call the area home, and a 3rd doctor will travel around to different communities, starting off in Turtleford.
Physicians that come from the UK, and 2 of the 3 physicians came from the UK, are able to get credentialed and licensed in the province of Saskatchewan immediately. One of the other physicians that came from South Africa had to go through a 12-week assessment program that's been adopted by the province of Saskatchewan.
The first weekend proved just how vital the service is to the community. 33 outpatients were seen, numbers that are typical for the area.
It's a necessity in this area to have a emergency room. I had 1 heart attack and 1 overdose that both had to be transferred out at the same time as an emergency.
Dr. Gowrie joined the team earlier this month, moving from the UK with his wife and young daughter.
Canada was a fantastic opportunity for me. It offered me and my wife a new way of life, to go out and see what it's like to live in North America. And, at the same time, it exposes us to a different way of practicing medicine.
The ER operates 24/7 inside the Riverside complex.
Our community has lost one of its beloved members. Dr. Glenn Weir passed away over the weekend at the age of 86. But those who knew him say his legacy will live on here in the border city. Known for his veterinarian practice, involvement with the Exhibition Association, and as a Rotary member, his impact on our community is something that was felt by many.
Weir meant a number of things, from business leader to veterinarian for many people, to father, grandfather, community leader, Rotarian, a person who genuinely cared about others and cared about his community.
Glenn was a mentor. He taught me and he taught others so much about how to approach life, how to approach our career, how to approach our profession.
Dr. Weir was one of the first university-trained veterinarians to come to Lloydminster in 1952, and his practice has inspired many around the community.
There are literally dozens of young people from the Lloydminster area who have decided to go into veterinary medicine. And I'm convinced that it's because of Glenn Weir. That who wouldn't want to be like Glenn Weir?
There's no word yet on when a funeral will be held. And the race continues as more names are added to the list of those vying for a spot on City Council. Vince Angelo announced his intentions and is optimistic about the upcoming election.
I've been a resident of Lloydminster for the last 13 years, and I've seen a lot of strengths and opportunities that the city holds. This is my opportunity to put my spin on it and take a lot of the input that I've got from a lot of the relationships that I've developed with my opportunities in the communities.
Angelo believes he will be representing the retail business community as it is understaffed and many are underrepresented for.
Working in the retail industry, the biggest hurdle that everybody has here is getting people to come work in their stores. So the biggest thing would be getting people to come to Lloydminster, to want to come and live here and work in the retail industry and help that.
The last day for filing nomination papers is on September 19th. And in addition to Angelo, 29-year-old Chris McQuigg made his official announcement over the weekend. The married father of two says if elected, he will represent young families here in the border city.
Council is just something that I've been looking at for quite a while, and I just want to get in there and give a fresh perspective and be able to be a voice for not just younger people but young families and bring some positive change to the city. I just think it'd be nice to have more of a variety on council with just different people, different age groups. I see now there's some ladies running, some younger people running, so that's good to see.